The title of today's class is Your Attractiveness to Others, Inner and Outer Cosmetology. Your Attractiveness to Others, subtitle is Inner and Outer Cosmetology. I'll start off with a little epigram I wrote for this. Bitterness robs your beauty. Bitterness robs your beauty. Sweetness magnifies it. We've all seen in movies, and guys are talking and said, oh, she was gorgeous. I was so enamored of her until she started talking. So then it robs, she was talking in some ways that would rob her beauty. So the level of what kind of thoughts, words, and actions leads to a second beauty. There's the original beauty, the original attraction, and that can continue to be heightened and magnified. And if a marriage partner could continue to see his wife as more and more beautiful over the years, even as she's aging. So age doesn't rob beauty as much as bitterness does. Age doesn't rob beauty as much as resentment and negativity does. On the other hand, that sweetness and that mercy and compassion in a woman will magnify her beauty. I know, to me, my wife, we've been married, it's going on 23 years, is more beautiful to me today than she was then. If you looked at photos, you say, gosh, she was so gorgeous. She was, and we got even more gorgeous because the inner beauty has actually enhanced that beauty. So when people say, gee, you know, I've been around this person so long, and they take each other for granted, there's a detraction or a reduction of the attractiveness factor, a reduction in the beauty, because the inner beauty is not shining forth, or the person is not able to see it. As it is said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So we need to understand, too, that beauty, all beauty is a reflection of beauty of God, the ancient beauty. And God, the all-merciful, the compassionate, it is reflected throughout all of creation. So what aspects lead to the second sweetness? There's the second beauty, the second attractiveness. There's the original physical, which is extremely important. In no way am I going to try to denigrate or downgrade the physical. The physical is extremely important. But what is it? You can only get so much lipstick and so many surgeries, and you can go so far through achieving beauty through outer cosmetology. You can only get so many shades of lipstick. You can only get, you only have room for a certain amount of wardrobe, a skirt or a blouse. You can only have so many cosmetic surgeries, so much mascara. I mean, there's an end to how far you can beautify yourself in this way. And we spend at this time in our country more on cosmetics than we do in our whole educational system. And I say to women, keep up the good work. That beauty is important. Great. Well, let's talk about how to take the beauty even further, at less expense to you even. So what is it that will bring out where there's no end to the beauty? It's not limited by your money. It's not limited by the cosmetic industry with their new research, or not limited by the new cosmetic plastic surgery procedures. It's not limited by that. What is that? So we're going to be talking about what I call the inner cosmetology. There's no end to the development of the inner beauty, the beauty of the heart. There's no end to the perfection of virtue that then affects the face, affects the posture, affects how a woman carries herself. There's no end to that. So don't think that age will destroy your beauty. It might detract from the outer beauty to some extent, although that you can very well age gracefully in an outward sense. But the beauty of your heart will continue to grow. You'll grow in wisdom and in kindness and understanding and compassion, which will more than compensate for changes in terms of the skin texture or the glow of your hair, or how many teeth you have or don't have. Those are all important, but the other beauty will be continuing to increase. So that's the good news. The good news is you can become more beautiful every year, every decade of your life. That's the good news. But you need to understand the inner cosmetology of how to do this.